Saama Capital's Suresh Shanmugham. Now, Saama Capital is a small fund. It has a relatively smaller corpus compared to other venture capital funds, but it owns stakes in some of India's unicorns, including the likes of Paytm and Snapdeal. We spoke to Saama Capital to really find out about the areas that they will be investing in going forward.
In terms of trends, I think there certainly is caution in consumer net, driven by some of the funding shortfalls for the larger companies. Mm-hmm. That's trickling down, and everybody is kind of feeling the pain, if you will, of a few companies being highlighted that have significant capital requirements and capital becoming tight. At the earlier stages, you do have companies that are building and growing, and I think we'll be more cautious about the capital requirements and how long they make their capital last.
Which areas are you going to invest in, in the near term, and are there segments that you will consciously stay out of for some time?
No, I think for us, we've always been sector agnostic. Mm-hmm. So for us, we look across the spectrum and are quite open on the categories we'll invest in. I don't know whether there's anything we would completely rule out. It really depends on the quality of the team and the opportunity, and whether we feel it's a good investment for our investors or not.
Right. We've recently seen markdowns at Flipkart by two mutual funds, and there are reports today that Amazon's perhaps overtaken Snapdeal in India. Do you think Amazon's much better placed because they don't have to worry about raising capital? And is 2016 really going to be the year when we are going to see that inevitable consolidation happening as far as marketplaces are concerned?
There certainly is the opportunity for that consolidation, as and when these companies need more capital, and the sources of capital will have a much more significant say in how the industry gets structured over time and who they ultimately back. Because this is not an industry or a segment of the industry that will be driven by the venture capitalists anymore. It's the larger players, the strategic investors, that are going to have a much more significant stake because they have the ability to write the large checks. So from my perspective, you will see, whether it's consolidation or not, you will certainly see significant changes in 2016 on the consumer internet.
Can Indian marketplaces really hold their own in such an environment?
In the end, they do have the local market knowledge, which I think is certainly beneficial.
Recently, VCs have been in focus in India also because of what happened at Sequoia. As someone from the community, what is your own take on this? Because we've heard a lot of VCs criticize the government's move, saying that it might vitiate the investment climate. What is your own take on?
If there is you're operating in a manner where you feel good about your diligence, that there's no red flags, then why should your approach change?
Right. And you were in the process of closing your recent fund. Has that been done, and will you be investing more from that going forward?
So we have done. We've had a close on our third fund, and we're investing out of that now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.